Good Tuesday evening, everyone, and welcome to this edition of WPBS Weekly Inside the Stories. I'm Stefan Brunson. There's goodness everywhere, including downtown Kingston, where one nonprofit organization is spooning up goodness for communities in need. They are Loving Spoonful. They provide programs and champion policies affecting food security, poverty, social inclusion, and community health. WPBS producer Gail Paquette has more.
Loving Spoonful has been connecting people with good, fresh food in Kingston and area since 2008. Working towards a healthier, more connected community, they provide programs and champion policies affecting food security, poverty, social inclusion, and community health.
So Loving Spoonful works across the community in a lot of different ways. We work with individuals. We provide food to our fresh food market stands, which are available. There's a dignified way of accessing fresh food. But we also provide fresh produce to over 40 meal programs, pantries, and shelters across the city. So the ripple effect of every piece of produce that comes in through our doors is actually quite huge across the city, and offsets the budgets of so many other social service agencies in the city that allows them to do more of the work that needs to be done.
Getting this food from Loving Spoonful is fabulous. I mean, people look really forward to it. They come in, they say, well, when's it coming? I tell them, they say, okay, we'll be back. And they do, and they grab a bag full and they just love it. And it helps everybody because it's a rough time right now.
In Canada, 1 in 8 households, or 4 million people, experience some form of food insecurity. This ranges from people not having the money to buy enough food to people who have to choose the cheapest and often most processed food available.
I think this year, the last few years, we've seen an unprecedented rate of inflation. We all know when budgets get stretched, food is often one of the first things to go, but within even that food umbrella, fresh food is the absolute first thing to go. Processed foods are more inexpensive, more accessible, and they last longer. So one of the things that we're always fighting against and trying to make accessible for the people of Kingston is to still be able to access those foods even when times are tight.
Loving Spoonful staff and volunteers have engaged with thousands of residents and community groups through programs like their fresh food stands, urban agriculture initiatives, and community kitchen cooking classes. Through the commitment of volunteers and partners, over $2 million of fresh food has been collected and delivered to over 52 locations.
We have an amazing team, and that team is comprised of really committed staff, but part of that team is our volunteer family. Those folks are really the ones who make the magic happen. They're out picking up, dropping off, working with different community groups in the agency, making connections for us, really the gas in the car, so to speak.
I've been with Loving Spoonful for about 5 years, and I started out with food rescue and then sort of transitioned into fresh produce delivery. So what I do is I go to a farm on Tuesdays, and I come and I give it to the stands. When you see the need out there, when you see that you fill a stand on Tuesdays and by the end of the week it's empty, everybody you encounter says thank you. There's always a smile, there's always a thank you, no matter what their circumstances.
Patchwork Gardens is certified organic and farms on rich soils unique to the Kingston region. They have been involved with Loving Spoonful since its inception, with a mission to sustainably grow the most nutrient-dense, best-tasting vegetables. They have continued to donate thousands of pounds of vegetables 12 months of the year.
Well, I got involved with Loving Spoonful right from the start. We had a project through the National Farmers Union that aimed at starting a couple kind of exciting endeavors in the Kingston area. One of them was Loving Spoonful. They took it and ran with it, and it's been amazing to watch it grow over the years. Since then, it's been more just our relationship, the farm and Loving Spoonful, and they've always been well organized and positioned so that just makes it easy for us to hand off any surplus. We're very grateful to have Loving Spoonful playing that role. They're able to just do all the legwork from taking it off our hands and finding it at home through their programs, through their network, because that really is a labor-intensive job.
Loving Spoonful is continually growing and impacting the community in so many positive ways, not only connecting thousands of people to good fresh food, but providing programs that educate and serve to expand the local food production.
We all know that it's been harder to get things. One of the easiest answers to that is shop local. Visit your local producers, go to your farmer's market, garden in your own backyard, plant your favorite things and share with your neighbors, donate to Grow Row, our Garden for Good program, and share the love in terms of food. We are Loving Spoonful, and we couldn't think of a better name for the work that we do.
For WPBS Weekly, I'm Gail Paquette.